I don't want to preempt the court's judgment, but most people think it's highly unlikely that the court will find in favour that this legislation is within the competence of the Scottish Parliament. This is creating what we call in Scotland a stushy between the Scottish and UK government, and certainly between Nicola and Boris.
Interestingly though, you could have a situation, I wonder if you could have a situation where the Supreme Court doesn't allow this, but Boris Johnson changes the rules, because as I was saying to Douglas Ross, you know, maybe that's time to call Nicola Sturgeon's bluff. Maybe the time to say, OK, we will allow a referendum, and we'll allow a referendum, but it has to happen quickly.
Yeah.
And then perhaps you'd have a better chance of putting your argument.
Yeah, I can see why that people have sympathy with that view, but there's a couple of reasons why they won't. First of all, it is not wanted by the people of Scotland. Nicola Sturgeon has...
50% of people. You can't just dismiss 50%.
No, I'm not.
I mean, the reality is that the majority of seats in the Scottish Parliament, like it or not, Pamela, are held by the Greens and by the SNP. But so that's established. And when Nicola Sturgeon went into the election, it's not a case of Nicola lied. People knew what they were standing for. In fact, Labour and the Tory party were continually saying, this is about a referendum, this is about independence. So now you can't just...
What the Labour and the Conservatives were saying was that it is about a referendum for the SNP. Nicola Sturgeon stood at the leadership debate days before the election, and it was put to her that you are very popular at the moment because of how you handle the COVID situation. What about those people in Scotland that want to vote for you, but they don't want to vote for independence? Indeed, they don't want a referendum. And she clearly said they can vote for me, because my priority in this Parliament will be COVID recovery. We haven't even begun that recovery yet. 43 people have died in Scotland this week from COVID. We're seeing a rise again. The economic recovery is not happening yet. We're looking at backlog in our court systems, waiting lists in NHS. This should not be the priority.